Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 15th of August 2024 and yesterday guys, that is the 14th of August at roughly around 5 p.m. Gulf Standard Time, the CPI numbers or Bidenflation numbers are out, but unfortunately it looks like that has not impacted the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in a positive way. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what that news is all about. Now look guys, so far as inflation is concerned, in an idealistic world, when the inflation increases, that should be the time when prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency should be pumping up, isn't it? Because people should not be believing in the power of fiat currencies. But the cryptocurrency world sometimes works completely different. Now there is a very high possibility guys, because the inflation numbers are low, by the time you're listening to the episode, the prices would have been pumped up. So these are things you need to factor in as well. Now in today's episode guys, I'll go ahead and discuss a really interesting news, and that is to do with Coinbase. And if you actually follow the Twitter account, they're actually promoting something called as Wrapped Bitcoin, and the ticker symbol for that is CBBTC. So I'll briefly explain what Wrapped Bitcoin is, and will it be a beneficial move for you to go ahead and acquire them, or would it make sense to go ahead and buy the actual Bitcoin? Now regarding Ripple guys, we do have another update, and Ripple has partnered with a Japanese investment firm called as SBI Digital Community, and looks like they definitely want to go ahead and drive Web3 adoption. Now what is really important to understand guys, that when you talk about Ripple, they do not use blockchain technology as such, and as a matter of fact guys, today that is the 15th of August at 10 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, I will be going live via LinkedIn with a good friend of mine, that is my question Tita, and we'll go ahead and discuss what technology does Ripple use. Do they use open blockchain, or is it the permission blockchain? We'll go ahead and discuss quite a lot of things from a miner's point of view as well. And do they even have a blockchain explorer? And guys, we'll also answer this very basic question. Do you actually require XRP? Now regarding Ripple guys, they had quite a lot of drama with SEC in it, and looks like the chapter is pretty much closed. Now if you do need more information guys, I would strongly recommend you to go ahead and listen to the episode that I released on the 12th of August. But in today's episode guys, I'll talk about the partnership with SBI Digital Community. Now the second news guys is a positive news, and this is a partnership with Crypto.com and UFI Championship League. And this collaboration guys is expected to boost the mainstream crypto adoption, because the platform already has 100 million users as in it. So it is definitely positive news for the cryptocurrency world as well as for the soccer fans as well. Now towards the end of the episode guys, I'll go ahead and touch base on some drama between WazirX and their wallet service provider, that is Liminal. Because look guys, roughly around a few weeks ago, they did have a massive hack of $230 million, isn't it? And what is a bit crazy guys is that this was a multi-signature wallet, and looks like Liminal is blaming WazirX Exchange, and WazirX Exchange is in turn blaming Liminal. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about, because looks like WazirX, they are ending the relationship with the custody provider, that is Liminal. Now unfortunately guys, the only people who have suffered by this is the customers, isn't it? And $230 million worth of cryptocurrency, if you were to actually convert it in Indian rupees, it is a significant amount to be honest. So definitely unfortunate news. So these are some of the news guys that I'll cover in my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 series, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys has to do with robotics and artificial intelligence. And Khalifa University, they are launching Bachelor's program in robotics and artificial intelligence. So I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the second news guys has to do with Tether USDT, and they have made a strategic investment of $3 million in a project called a Scam, and looks like they are paving the way for financial inclusion in Middle East. And this news guys is actually published in Tether's website as well. So I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMD scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since they're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, unfortunately, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is not looking good at all. It is at $2.09 trillion. Now, if you look at the CPI numbers, guys, this is something which people were expecting, isn't it? Now, could it be possible that the CPI numbers are manipulated to go and give the left-leaning administration an advantage during the political chaos? Most likely, yes. But look, at this point of time, let's take it as a face value and let's just assume that the numbers are absolutely correct. Now, the global cryptocurrency market, guys, is at $2.09 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.21%. And if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, guys, it is at $71.25 billion. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.94%. Now, look, guys, historically, whenever the CPI numbers are out, 3 to 5 hours after that is when the prices tend to fluctuate. But look, guys, I'm not seeing any movement so far as the prices are concerned. But it could be possible that by the time you're listening to the episode, the prices will be completely different. Now, let me just run through the global cryptocurrency snapshot, because if you look at the volume in DeFi, it is only at $3.54 billion. And DeFi, guys, unfortunately, as of today, accounts for less than 5% of the total cryptocurrency market volume, only at 4.97%. And if you look at the total value locked, guys, it is down to $84.92 billion, with Lido dominating at $26.67 billion, and decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is down to 20.46%. Now, unfortunately, guys, since the 5th of August, decentralized to centralized exchange has not been increased. Look, when there is an absolute massive chaos, ideally people should be using decentralized exchanges in it, because we have so much about the benefits of decentralized exchanges. Now the volume of decentralized exchange did actually cross the 50% mark, but that was only for one day, and that was on the 5th of August. But other than that, guys, the volume of decentralized exchanges hasn't been that great. Now let me quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because Uniswap is leading the pack. Its volume is $1.47 billion. PancakeSwap, guys, is at number 2nd. Its volume is $608.84 million. Orca is at number 3rd. Its volume is $482.06 million. Radium, guys, is at number 4th. Its volume is $469.97 million. And finally, at number 5th is Aerodrome. Its volume is $342.63 million. Now let me quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys, because it is at $66.71 billion. And as of today, stablecoins is accounting for 92.63% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now regarding Circle USDC, guys, we do have some really interesting update, and it's needless to say, guys, that Tether USDT is leading the pack and its volume is $55 billion. And later on, guys, we'll go and discuss the strategic investment of $3 million that Tether USDT has done in the Middle East. Now we do have some update regarding Circle USDC, guys. Now check this out. The volume as of today is at $6.33 billion. But what has happened, guys, in Binance, they have decided to go ahead and delist 15 tokens, and there are different reasons as to why they have gone ahead and decided to do that. Some of them is probably because they do not find the project meeting their requirements, and some of them are due to regulatory concerns. Now what Binance has done is they have gone ahead and decided to go ahead and delist this 15 tokens, and whatever the funds are available in customers' account, they will be converted into Circle USDC. This would mean, guys, that the volume of Circle USDC will be increasing, isn't it? Now I don't expect the volume to increase drastically, probably by just a few $1 million, to be honest. Now so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned, FDUSD, guys, is at number 3rd. Its volume is $4.84 billion. Now look, guys, because the CPI numbers are out, ideally speaking, this number should have been at least double of what it is, because this would give us an indication that the US economy is doing relatively better than other countries, and probably it is a good time to go ahead and buy a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, guys, that is not how the cryptocurrency world works, isn't it? Now let me do one thing. Let me quickly run to the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum, because unfortunately, guys, Bitcoin's market cap has gone down. Yesterday and day before yesterday, it was at $1.18 trillion. Today it is at $1.17 trillion. Ethereum's market cap has gone down as well. Today it is at $318 billion. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, it has actually increased, which just means that people are selling a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And because of that, guys, if you look at the price of Bitcoin, it is slightly below the $60,000 mark. But look, I wouldn't be surprised over the next coming days. The prices of Bitcoin could potentially pump up, but all price prediction, guys, are 100% right 50% of the time. Now going back to the 24-hour trading volume, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $32.16 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $17.08 billion. Now if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, since the last 24 hours it has actually gone down, which just means there is a lot of activity going on in the meme coin and token world, isn't it? So these are things you need to factor as well, because if you look at the dominance of Ethereum, guys, that hasn't pumped up as well. It is only at 15.20%. So it looks like there is a lot of activity going on in the meme coin world, in my opinion. Now let me do one thing, guys. I want to quickly run to the market cap of governance tokens, but what I want to do is I just want to give you guys some basic level information on what governance tokens are, because when you talk about governance token, guys, they are essentially cryptocurrencies that give holders voting rights in decision-making process of decentralized platforms, and this is most often for decentralized finances in it. And governance token, guys, they enable decentralized control over protocols, allowing token holders to propose and vote for changes, such as, let's say, maybe any upgrades, fees or new features. Now it's really important to note, guys, one of the biggest features of governance token is the voting power, and the influence of each vote is usually proportional to the number of governance tokens held, and it does give more weight to those with larger holdings. And look, guys, governance tokens do offer certain incentives as well, that is rewarding users for participating in the network, such as providing liquidity or using the platform. And governance tokens can be distributed to various methods, including initial coin offerings, airdrops, or it can also be earned through platform participation. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at the top 5 market caps of governance tokens, but before that let me give out some more information regarding governance tokens, because these governance tokens has utility as well, and beyond voting governance tokens, it can sometimes be used for staking, earning rewards, or even accessing premium features on the platform. And as with every cryptocurrency, guys, governance tokens can be subject to market speculation, leading to volatility in the value as well, isn't it? And that is precisely, guys, what I tend to do is I tend to look at the market cap of governance tokens once every 2 or 3 days, and I tend to share it in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast at least once a month. Now, the number one, guys, is no surprise, it is Uniswap, and its market cap is $4.78 billion. The second one is RCP, or Internet Computer Protocol. Its market cap is at $3.35 billion. The third one is Fetch AI, and its market cap is at $2.22 billion. The fourth one is MakerDAO, guys. Its market cap is at $1.92 billion. And finally, at number 5th is Cosmos. Its market cap is at $1.88 billion. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding governance tokens. And look, guys, if you're free later on today, please feel free to go ahead and join us via LinkedIn. We'll definitely go ahead and run through some numbers as well. We'll also be taking a deep dive into the global cryptocurrency snapshot, but we'll also go ahead and touch base on what is going on in the Ripple world. Now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Bidenflation, because the CPI numbers for July were out, and the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.2% on a seasonally adjusted basis after declining 0.1% in June. And all this information, guys, is actually published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And over the last 12 months, all items increased 2.9% before seasonal adjustments. So to make it short and sweet simple, guys, the inflation numbers, or the Bidenflation numbers, are 2.9%. Now, what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, rather than looking at mainstream media, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. They do provide concrete information as to what is going on regarding inflation. Now look, guys, in my episode that I released yesterday, that is the 14th of August, I briefly touched base on how inflation is calculated, isn't it? So let me just run through a very short recap of how inflation is calculated. So at very basic level, guys, inflation is like tracking the prices of things you buy over time to see if they are going up or down, or if they are remaining the same. So imagine, guys, you have a shopping basket filled with everyday items like food, clothes, gas, and medical services. Every month, the government checks the prices of these items in different places across the country. Then, they compare these prices to how much the same item cost in the past, and if the prices go up, that is inflation. If the prices remain the same, there is no inflation. But if the prices go down, that is deflation. Now, the government, guys, it combines all this data into index, which you can actually go out and see it at the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And the percentage change in the index from month to month or year to year tells you how much the inflation there is. Now, look, guys, with the US politics coming up, I really am not sure if the notorious left-leaning administration have gone ahead and manipulated the inflation numbers, because look, guys, during President Donald Trump's administration from January 2017 to January of 2021, the inflation numbers were as follows. In 2017, guys, the inflation rate was at 2.1%. In 2018, it was 2.4%. 2019, it was 1.8%. And in 2020, guys, because of pandemic, and it was mostly the Democrats who wanted to shut down the economy, the inflation did actually go down, and it was at 1.2%. Now, most of that, guys, was due to economic impacts of COVID-19 pandemic, isn't it? Now look, so far as Joe Biden administration is concerned, in 2021, guys, inflation began to rise, reaching 4.7% by the end of year. And in 2022, guys, inflation surged further, peaking around 8% in June. And this was driven by high energy prices, supply chain issues, and geopolitical events like Russian invasion in Ukraine. And in 2023, guys, inflation began to moderate, ending the year at approximately 4%. So look, guys, it is an absolutely no-brainer as to how inflation was completely different under Biden administration and under President Donald Trump's administration, isn't it? Now, so far as the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned, guys, I do feel that when the inflation actually goes up, that is the time the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency tends to go down. But when the inflation actually goes down, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency tends to pump up. This is what happens in a realistic world, in an idealistic world, and in the books. That should not how it should work, isn't it? Now, one of the reasons why, guys, I'm not convinced with this data is because on the 5th of August, we had an absolutely massive collapse in the finance world, isn't it? Keeping all this thing in mind, guys, I wouldn't be surprised. Based on these numbers, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be making a decision to reduce the interest rate hike. Let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding that? Because if that thing happens, the left-leaning administration and Kamala Harris will actually state that under the administration, the inflation has gone down, and Jerome Powell has gone ahead and decided to reduce the interest rate hike as well. So my suggestion is, guys, look, you can vote whoever you want to, but as long as you have facts and not opinions, then you can go ahead and make your own decision. Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or if I'm completely wrong, or do you have any different argument? Mention them in the comments below. Now guys, let's go and touch base on some news regarding Coinbase, and they have an interesting move guys. They are actually promoting something called as Wrapped Bitcoin, and the ticker symbol for that is CBBTC. And Coinbase actually did mention via Twitter, and what they actually tweeted is that CBBTC coming soon. And they also have a pre-launch registration link, and the link to that is in the show notes below. Now look guys, so far as Wrapped Bitcoin is concerned, it is essentially like wrapping a cryptocurrency or token that allows to be used on different blockchain network than the one that it was originally created. Now the big question is, why would you want to do that? And the answer to that is pretty simple guys. It increases liquidity in the new ecosystem. For example guys, each Wrapped Bitcoin is backed by actual Bitcoin stored safely, so when someone wants to exchange the Wrapped Bitcoin for real one, the wrap token is destroyed and the original Bitcoin is released. So it is pretty simple, isn't it? But look guys, I really am not liking the idea of Coinbase going ahead and launching it, cause look guys, just few months ago a spot Bitcoin ETF was approved, isn't it? And this looks something similar in my opinion. But let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this. Now guys, let's go and discuss some news all the way from Japan. An SBI digital community, they have teamed up with Ripple Labs and they want to promote XRP Ledger in the Web3 space. And as I mentioned earlier guys, Ripple does not use open blockchain technology, isn't it? And I definitely don't think they fall in the Web3 category. But nonetheless, this partnership is part of SBI's BTO3 Web3 community initiative, and their focus is apparently on issuing NFTs, and they will be doing that to XRP's Cafe Marketplace and rewarding creators in XRP. And look, as a collaboration aims to expand the use of XRP Ledger, enhance customer experiences, and also make Web3 technologies more accessible, ultimately encouraging broader business adoption of the blockchain. Now if you do need more information guys, the official link is in the show notes below. Now guys, let's go and discuss some interesting partnership. And this, to be honest guys, is an absolutely deal breaker. And Crypto.com, which is the world's 13th largest exchange with a daily trading volume of $2.7 billion, has secured an exclusive multi-year partnership with UEFA Champions Leagues. And this announcement guys was just made yesterday on the 14th of August. And this collaboration is expected to boost mainstream crypto adoption, with the platform already gaining over 100 million users by connecting with sports fans. And Crypto.com's chief marketing officer definitely sees a partnership with UEFA, which has 3 billion fans worldwide, as a key step in expanding its presence in Europe and increasing cryptocurrency awareness. Definitely positive news, isn't it? Now look guys, I do remember that Crypto.com were actually involved in buying a couple of stadiums. Unfortunately, I don't think so that news has materialized, isn't it? But let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this. Now guys, let's go to discuss some drama between WazirX Exchange and their custody provider, that is Liminal. And WazirX guys, they actually mentioned via Twitter that they are ending the relationship with the custody provider Liminal, and this happened after a $230 million hack in July. And WazirX Exchange guys is moving its remaining assets to new multi-sig wallets, and they're doing it for better security. But look guys, right now the customers are definitely not happy about it, and customers frustrated because they have made some speculation regarding the withdrawal, and there is also no clear transparency, isn't it? Now so far as WazirX and Liminal is concerned guys, both are blaming each other for the breach, and the exchanges asked users for patience as they complete the migration. Now roughly around a week ago guys, the CEO of WazirX Exchange did actually put up a video explaining what is going on via X, so please feel free to go and check it out. But look guys, unfortunately, I hate saying this, the only people who are suffered the most are the customers, isn't it? And this goes back to the very simple principles of cryptocurrencies guys. Not your keys, not your crypto. Definitely unfortunate news for the customers. So these were some macro level news guys from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news that we're going to be talking about has to do with robotics and artificial intelligence. And Khalifa University guys, they are launching a bachelor's program in robotics and artificial intelligence. So let me go ahead and give out more information, because looks like this is a new full-time bachelor's degree in robotics and artificial engineering, and the program guys aims to equip students with knowledge and skills for advancement in robotics and artificial intelligence. And the curriculum guys combines robotics, artificial intelligence, computer, electronic and mechanical engineering, and this would also include math as well. And students will gain both theoretical knowledge and practical experience, and graduates will be prepared for a wide range of careers in the growing field of robotics and AI. And students guys will learn the latest trends in autonomous vehicle, drones, and even human-robot interaction. Now look guys, I'm pretty much sure the countries will be doing something similar as well, isn't it? Now the program also includes healthcare robotics for surgical assistance, rehabilitation and elderly care, and students will work on creating robotic and AI prototypes, and they will be doing it for various applications including manufacturing and hazardous environmental exploration. And the program guys integrates sustainability, innovation and entrepreneurship throughput. And Dr. Bayan Sharif has emphasized the program's role in addressing global challenges and fostering innovation in robotics and AI. And students guys will experience hands-on experience in cutting-edge teaching and research labs, and the program is guided by experienced faculty members as well. And graduates guys are expected to contribute to UAE's knowledge-based economy and technological leadership, and the curriculum also covers AI algorithm, machine learning, cognition, data analysis and automation, and foundational studies guys include mathematics, computer science and AI ethics. And the program utilizes advanced facilities including robotics laboratories with the latest hardware and software, and students will train in specialized labs like robot navigation and control labs, robot sensing and perception labs, and also robot system labs. And each lab guy spans about 100 square meters and is equipped with modern tracking systems and various robotic platforms. So definitely positive news, isn't it? Now look guys, I'm pretty much sure a lot of people will definitely be keeping an eye on as to what courses to take, isn't it? So I thought let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the second news guys has to do with Tether, and they are making a strategic $3 million investment in CAM, and they are paving the way for financial inclusion in the Middle East. So let me do one thing guys, let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Tether Operation Limited, they have announced a $3 million strategic investment in the CAM app, and so far as CAM is concerned guys, it is a platform designed for money transfers and financial management, and CAM will introduce USDT on its platform to promote widespread adoption in the Middle East. And the investment guys aims to revolutionize traditional payment systems and foster global inclusion. And the MENA region guys, that is the Middle East and North Africa, is the 6th largest crypto economy with $389.8 billion in on-chain value received between July 2022 and June of 2023 alone. And Gulf countries guys, especially Dubai and Abu Dhabi, are central to the crypto economy in the region, isn't it? So definitely positive news, I guess. Now this investment guys is expected to improve economic condition in neighboring countries like Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar and even Iraq, and millions of expatriates in this region should actually benefit from USDT and accessible financial services, and they will be addressing concerns about hyperinflation and economic instability. And residents of the GCC guys will have easy access to USDT through established consumer financial platforms like the CAM app. And the CAM app guys is known for enabling seamless cross-border transactions, enabling financial services in the region. Now look, Tether's investment definitely underscores its commitment to expanding accessibility and fostering global financial inclusion, isn't it? And this initiative guys, according to me, definitely signifies Tether's strategic expansion in the Middle East region, with CAM serving as a key regional asset. So definitely positive news, I think. And Tether guys is focused on enabling a decentralized ecosystem for everyday consumers, and Tether's initiative include Pair Credit, Hole Punch, Key.io, and promoting peer-to-peer technology and financial scalability is definitely the aim. And Tether guys has made significant investment in generative AI cloud platforms, and Paolo Adriano, the Tether CEO, has highlighted the investment as a commitment to promoting financial inclusion and stability, and he also emphasizes that the investment helps protect families and businesses against inflation, while at the same time ensuring unrestricted access to financial services. And the app guys, that is CAM, aims to replicate the success of financial platforms offering cryptocurrencies in another market, and they want to drive mass adoption and foster a more inclusive banking landscape in the Gulf region. So definitely a brilliant and positive move. So these were the news guys on the cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, also please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse, even artificial intelligence. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Kevin who asks, do you think that this investment in CAMAP will significantly boost USDT adoption in the Middle East? To be completely honest, not to a massive extent, because look, so far as USDT is concerned, they already be used internationally, isn't it? It would be great if they use USDT in the region, but it is definitely not going to make an absolutely massive news, because you already have Ripple in this region, isn't it? Now look, Kevin, Tether's $3 million investment in CAMAP is definitely going to boost USDT adoption in the Middle East. And when you talk about the countries like Middle East, that is UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, they're definitely a very crypto-friendly hub, isn't it? But you also need to remember that there is BRICS also, which is coming up, and I'm pretty much sure rather than using stable coins, they may want to go ahead and create something different. Maybe they'll work on something with central bank digital currency for BRICS. But look, by integrating USDT into a platform like CAM, which is kind of tailored for financial management and money transfers, Tether is not only providing a stable digital currency, but it is also addressing key financial needs in the region. Now, they also mentioned regarding Iran and Iraq, and roughly around 2 months ago, Kevin, the central bank of UAE, they did go ahead and issue guidelines regarding stable coins, so the use case of Tether USDT for regular purchases, particularly in the UAE, will be restricted. But other than that, Kevin, given the Middle East strong interest in cryptocurrency, combined with large expatriate population that often relies on remittances, the introduction of USDT through CAMAP could definitely have a ripple effect, and I do feel that it could actually enhance cross-border transactions, offer protection against local currency volatility, and ultimately drive broader adoption of crypto assets across the various sectors. So definitely positive news, at least for the time being, but it's going to be really interesting to see how many people are actually going in and using Tether USDT. Now, I know for a fact in the Asian region, a lot of people are actually buying stable coins and just keeping stable coins in the wallet because the inflation of the fiat currency is pumping up. They want to just keep the stable coins. That's how powerful Tether USDT has become, but definitely a great question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And also, guys, please feel free to go ahead and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, metaverse, and even artificial intelligence. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto with Coffee podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now artificial intelligence world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.